Hey everyone, it's Richard Kennedy here. I hope all of you are doing well. I just want to do a quick follow-up on a video that I just posted yesterday. My video titled Pre-Tribulation Rapture Has Begun 12/2018, the next 1,000 years. I'm in the middle and I've started a book actually called The Next 1,000 Years that I'm in the process of writing here. And this is not the correct heading or the correct label of what it's going to be, but on the front I've got are we living in the pre-tribulation times before the rapture occurs? It's the second coming of Christ, closer than we think. Can we the people extend the tribulation period? And has anyone ever experienced a mystical union with God? With that said, I want to read to you here on this last posting that I had. Somebody made a comment and on my last video, and the comment reads, "You are a liar and a false teacher. Beware, people. Investigate, research the origin of the ear-tickling, easy-out, pre-trib rapture hoax. Do not be deceived by Satan and those who teach his lie of pre-trib rapture." Actually, this is very good. I love comments like this, negative comments. Why? Because it makes a man of God, as I'm a new man of God and I'm in the learning process, it makes me become stronger. And I want everybody to hear my response back to this gentleman or woman that I wrote back. Joe Jones. Hi, Joe. Thank you for the comment. Let's take a look at this and actually break it down using definitions and Bible verses. First off, the definition of pre means before. Therefore, pre-tribulation means before tribulation. What is the meaning of tribulation? Made me wonder, made me think. The definition of tribulation: a cause of great trouble or suffering, distress, pain, heartache, grief, or sorrow. Tribulation also means a state of great trouble or suffering, which is difficulty, worry, problem, anxiety, hardship, trial, sorrow, or trauma. Now, what's called the futuristic view of Christian, if I pronounce this wrong, excuse me, of the eschatology, the word great tribulation was brought into play. The meaning of great tribulation, according to eschatology, is a short period of time where everyone will experience worldwide disasters, famine, disease, war, and pain. It is also taught that 75% of the population will be destroyed. Notice I said taught. This is still me explaining to Mr. Jones here. Now that I have shown the definitions of key words, let's look at a couple of Bible verses where the word tribulation is mentioned. First off, the word tribulation is mentioned about 9 or 10 times in the Bible. Take a look at Judges 10:14, the King James Version. It reads, "Go and cry unto the gods which ye have chosen. Let them deliver you in the time of your tribulation." Very interesting. Note the words you and your, not everybody. This is another good one for this gentleman. Matthew 13:21, King James Version. "Yet hath he not root in himself, but dureth for a while? For when tribulation or persecution ariseth because of the word," meaning the Bible, "by and by he is offended." Well, it sounded like Mr. Jones was offended because I was talking about the tribulation, the pre-tribulation. And as I would say, I will stop here, Joe. It sounds like you are offended by the words I speak. First off, the word great tribulation is not mentioned in the Bible. If it is, feel free to contact me on that or correct me on that. Second, I'm saying pre-tribulation, meaning before. You see where I have listed most of the words pertaining to the word tribulation. What I have written here is not false teaching, but rather the truth as written in the dictionary in the Bible. This is, folks, is something that we've gotten away from, is what are the true definitions. We assume we know, but we don't. Again, what I've written is not false, but it's rather the truth written in the dictionary in the Bible. This is not false teaching, but rather speaking and showing the truth, which most people don't know, because we, including me, have all forgotten the true meaning of certain words. Joe, look at it this way. Each and every one of us live in pre-tribulation times every day. We all suffer through difficult times, pain, headaches in our lifetime. Sometimes it's greater than other times, especially when wars, famine, or things like the churches or school shootings that take place in the world. Let me ask you a question, Joe. Do you think the people of the church that burnt down here in my hometown are suffering great loss, pain, and suffering? You best bet they are. The fire was totally devastating and brought great sorrow to the community. With all the devastation taking place around the world, this is a true test of our faith. The devastation is an act of the devil. So you best bet the Antichrist is at work here. There is a time of purging, this is a time of purging and purifying, especially during times of sorrow in my community, to see who will stand in grace and step up to help the church, which is the people. This is a time to see who is amazing by grace. We all heard the song, Amazing Grace. My late father passed away in 1999. That was his favorite song, Amazing Grace. Joe, we live every day in pre-tribulation times. As it reads in Matthew 13:21. I'm sorry you are offended by my words, my true words, as I show real definitions and quote real Bible verses that back up what I say. God bless you, Joe. Next thing I want to do here is, and let's take a look at a couple of the true definitions. What is tribulation? The definitions of tribulation: a cause of great trouble, meaning suffering, distress, trouble, misery, unhappiness, sadness, heartache, grief. Another one is a state of great trouble or suffering, meaning trouble, difficulty, problem, worry, anxiety, burden. That's tribulation. There's the definitions of tribulation. It doesn't say anything about the whole world rising at one time. Now let's take a look at the definition of rapture. And by the way, rapture is not mentioned one time in the Bible. The definition of rapture: an expression or manifestation of ecstasy or passion, a state or experience of being carried away by overwhelming emotion, a mystical experience in which the spirit is exalted to a knowledge of divine things. So there's your definition of rapture. So divine things, let's take a look at that real quick. In religion, divinity or Godhead is the state of things that are believed to come from a supernatural power or deity, such as God, supreme being, creator deity, or spirits, and are therefore regarded as sacred and holy. The root of the word divine is literally godly. So a mystical experience in which the spirit is exalted to knowledge of divine things. So I just read the divine things. What is knowledge? That's knowing things. All right. Now let's take a look at exalted. The word exalted, as again it reads, which the spirit is exalted to knowledge, knowing things of the divine. Exalted. Of a person, of their rank or status is placed at a high or powerful level, means high ranking, elevated, it's a superior, or of an idea of a noble or lofty, high-minded, elevated again, in a state of extreme happiness, jubilant, joy, ecstatic, blissful. But here's the word rapturous comes into play. So exalted, rapturous. Well, let's look at rapture just for the final thing here. Rapture means characterized by feeling or expressing great pleasure or enthusiasm. There again, ecstatic, joy, blissful, happy. The Bible does not say anything about a rapture. It does mention tribulation many times, but tribulation is upon us. Okay? I have calculated, and it's not a lie, it's not that I'm teaching false anything, of when Jesus was born, when Jesus was crucified, in the date 29 AD. In the book of Revelations, chapter 20, it states, "And the devil will be cast into the pit of hell, where he shall remain 1,000 years." I didn't make that up. That's the Bible. Now, calculate 1,000 years from 29 AD. Come on, people. 1029 AD. Now let's repeat that. When's the next 1,000 years? 2029. You see, folks, some part of the Bible is a repeat of history. It's not anything I'm making up. It's written in the Bible. We live actually every day in pre-tribulation. Pre-tribulation means before. Go back and listen to this again. I'm not going to repeat it, of what tribulation means. Sorrow, grief, okay? We are in testing times right now. Yes, we are. In pre-tribulation times, as the devil is the one judging the church, which the church are the people. My good old saying back when I was going to church and as a youngster, and I'm going to do it right here for you. Here's the church. Here's the steeple. Open it up, and there's all the people. The people make the church. The Bible doesn't say anything about a rapture, but yes, that day will come where it may be for all, but not anytime soon. But we personally live in a pre-tribulation times. Every day, every month, every year, until it's our calling. Famine, wars, disasters, they happen. That's under the definition of tribulation. Okay, folks? So I just wanted to clear some things up, and this was a great learning experience for me in the last one that I did. So this is a follow-up. So the last video I did, I want to thank Joe. Like I said, I do learn from negatives like that. It's like I said, when you feed a person negative, and especially a person like me, you feed me a negative, and I'm going to turn that negative into a positive. Okay, because I feed off negativity, where others just get really angry and want to throw things and just want to cuss and rant and rave. I sit back and I think and I look, and it makes me stronger. It makes me a stronger man of God, because guess what? I've made many people today take a look at what they've written me, and I go to the Bible, and God gives me the words. The Lord Jesus Christ, the Son of Man, will give me and instill the words in me of what I need to speak to clear up what that negative person was throwing at me, basically being stoned. I mean, I've been accused of blasphemy, a heresy. It's kind of hard to accuse someone of that when they pull the Bible out quote the Bible and show you that you're the one actually being the negative one. You're the one actually being influenced by the devil as I try to spread God's word by using real definitions and true meanings. It's not new teachings. It's planting the seed in each one of you. Planting the seed to open your eyes and realize some things have been misinterpreted. Open your eyes, folks. You live in a pre-tribulation times every day. God bless each and every one of you. Y'all have a great day.